Okay. Welcome back to Tea Time with the Lovelies. On today's podcast episode, whatever, we're talking about Taylor Swift and her interesting antics. So, who wants to start off with their opinions about that?
Um, so when I first heard about the album, I didn't care because I knew the whole album was going to be about Travis
Mm-hmm.
Kelce. And honestly, I haven't listened to any of her music since like her second album. So I was
Right.
just like, oh, it's just going to be an album about Travis Kelce and then him shitting on his exes.
Right.
Now, what I did not know at the time was that Travis Kelce only dated black women. I did
Mm.
not know he was I didn't know he was eating up the chocolate, like that per se. So I was just like, I wonder how this is gonna come off. And then I heard rumors that apparently this is Taylor's first ever album that she written herself. So I was like,
Mm.
So,
I don't know. Like,
I feel like she had some kind of help with well, from what I heard, she had some help with AI or whatever.
that's what it sounds like. Some of
Yeah.
those bars sounds like Rock made it himself.
I was just like, I haven't even fully listened to the album because I'm like, her music just does not interest me. It
At
feels
all.
like
Yeah.
I was like maybe if I was still like a middle now, no. I'm a Y2K girl down, so
Yeah.
like I wouldn't really
It
fuck with
kind
her
of,
music
that
even as a
music
middle schooler.
that you kind of always hear in clothing stores and mall. That's what it kind of sounds
Yeah,
like.
specifically Target
Yeah,
and like Walmart.
or like Forever 21 or something like that.
It sounds like the music YouTubers have to play when they need a song that's free
Yeah.
so
The
they
Right.
royalty free
get
music.
paid. Yeah.
It's not even the good royalty free music where they can where it's only 5 seconds. It's like straight up this is what a underground artist uploaded
Yeah.
on a free royalty free music website, not even a paid royalty free music website.
TikTok has better music than that.
Facts.
Like I wouldn't even say Target. Like I can't even like as shocking as it is, I don't think I've ever heard Taylor Swift's music like played at a
Mm,
grocery store.
me neither.
I've heard Golden played more times at
Yeah.
Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard
Freeze it to the
BTS.
fire.
Same.
Like like I don't know, but then people started because my thing is I already knew something was wrong with Taylor Swift because like her music themes have never changed. And
Right.
this is also oh, when I tell y'all this, because there's been two people who I've been following with this situation. But like her music always has the same theme. It's always about some guy. So I was
Yup.
like, I'm not very male centered. So I was
Mhm.
never into it. But I noticed a lot of women who always either they would wish they would have boy problems or they constantly went through boy problems because they were the problem. They
Mm-hmm.
loved her and Billie Eilish. Don't come for me.
Mm.
But when I started like looking into the album and like people were talking about it, that's when people who went to high school with her started to speak out again because they already came out before. But there was this one person, because I'm just kind of sort of getting into Lana Del Rey. I have my own gripes with Lana Del Rey. I think she makes
Same.
good music, but
Well,
I have my own gripes with her. But somebody came out and analyzed
I saw
Lana
that.
Del Rey's music to Taylor Swift's music and was showed how like when Lana Del Rey had her alternate like personalities for music, how
Mm-hmm.
Taylor would literally wait until Lana Del Rey will release music and then
Yeah. She does that with
copy.
And she
every
even,
female artist. If they're gonna make an album that might beat her, she drops the album like 2 days before.
yeah, and Taylor even used Lana Del Rey's ex in a music video right after Lana's video was released.
Right. And I honestly I don't know. Okay, this is my conspiracy theory, but I think whoever outside of Lana Del Rey, I think whenever Taylor Swift is like friends with a female like famous person,
Mhm.
I think they're getting paid too. Because there's absolutely no way Zendaya and Taylor Swift were ever friends.
Facts.
Right. Also,
Like I
I
think
I I follow this guy, and he's been doing like narcissist,
Oh, I know who you're
like
talking about. Yeah.
yeah, like analyzing them, and he has like a million videos for Taylor,
The not
and I think
Mike
it's
Jones guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's just that she worms her way
it's up
into
on the
these
screen.
spaces to have popular people around her, but she's a narc, so she doesn't actually like anyone, and then by the end, no one actually likes her.
Yeah.
Because if you see her
Right.
interactions with these people, it's like they're all kind of just like, well, she's here, and we have to let her be here. But no one's making eye contact with her. No one's laughing with her. They all look very uncomfortable whenever she's in their space.
She's literally the popular girl that no one likes.
Right.
Mhm.
And apparently that's like kind of what she was like in high school apparently. Like people came out and was like, I went to high school with Taylor Swift, but I wasn't like in the inner circle. I was the person they was like I wasn't friends with her because I didn't want to be friends with her, but she only wanted to be friends with other quote unquote popular people, and she always wanted to be like in the middle. And she was like the other popular people only wanted to be friends with her because she was like rich, and that was it.
Yeah.
Right.
She was like she wasn't a nice person, but people wanted to be on her quote unquote good side so they would look good, not necessarily
And
because
that
they liked her.
that kind of reminds me because I know like still to this day, but I know a few years ago, well, a couple years ago, that a lot of the Beyonce fans and the Taylor Swift fans would like have beef. Well, mostly on Twitter, but they would have beef. But then they're like, I guess when Taylor's like concert movie or whatever came out, Beyonce went take a picture with Taylor, I think, at the movie theater. I guess just to like calm the beef down. I guess between the fandoms. But I think that was like only done to calm them down. I don't think like they actually talk to each other like that. I think she only faked
And
I
if
it.
don't.
they do, it's in like a billionaire space of like, we
Yeah.
have the same amount of money. We need to be on the same front, not in like a
Yeah.
friendship way.
Yeah.
Because
But
Beyonce isn't really like friends with anyone, to be honest. Like, Beyonce has been in the industry for so long that she knows she can't be like obviously friends with people
mhm.
because it's
Yeah, if they
like,
mess up, it's like they're gonna immediately be like, well, Beyonce's friends with her, so
which is
let's blame
probably
Beyonce for this.
which is probably why she doesn't follow anyone on Instagram other than her husband. So, which is
right,
smart.
which I have a lot to say about him, but this is not the topic.
Yeah.
When I was, but back to the album, I went to Starbucks one day and I was waiting on my coffee, and it was weird because apparently, in Starbucks, like normally somebody is controlling the aux or something like that. So I'm just sitting in
Mhm.
Starbucks, and I didn't notice what music was playing because it wasn't like an interesting song. But once I like actually paid attention, I was like, this is one of Taylor Swift's new songs. And I think it was Opalite. I'm pretty
Mhm.
Huh.
sure it was Opalite. And I was like, this song just sounds so boring. Like there's nothing interesting about it. Like she has one note and then she might go up like a note or two at the end. Her song it was very boring, but it also did make sense. Like she was comparing like she was talking about the ex-girlfriend calling her opalite because apparently according to what Travis Kelsey would say about his exes, like all of his exes were like just downing him and down on his mood and didn't make him feel great, which is very interesting because of what his girlfriends would say about him.
Mhm.
So I think Taylor was very much, I think Taylor knows what dog whistles are, and I think she
He definitely
was
does.
doing like double
Mhm.
meanings for it because the main thing about dog whistles is that you can easily say it means something completely harmless.
Right.
Like comparing a black woman to opalite, you can say, "Oh, well, opalite is just like darkness and negative energy," which I don't think that's what opalite represents. You can like put up a little screenshot of what opalite represents, but
Mhm.
you can easily say, well, oh, like she's just comparing the energy that the exes brought to Travis Kelsey, but we also know it means like, why are you comparing a black woman to like a literal black object in a negative connotation? But because it's so easy to have a double meaning to it, that's like the nuances of like a dog whistle. Because she's also comparing herself to what's the other gemstone?
I don't know, but I
I don't
think
know,
it's the
some white gemstone.
I think it's the other way around because opal. If you like, I'll put up a picture, but opalite is a white
Oh,
stone,
yeah, I pulled up the lyrics. So
and it's my
the
birthstone.
sleepless is
Unfortunately,
a onyx
enough.
knight, but now disguised opalite. So she's calling herself opalite, and then
Yeah,
calling the black woman he dated onyx knight, which is
yeah.
Oh,
very,
that's
very
even
black still.
worse.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know much about
Stones. Yeah,
crystals.
cause I was thinking about. I was like,
Neither.
my
So I'm looking at
birthstone is opal.
opalite crystal.
Which,
I know mine is ruby. But
but
it's like that's like
mhm.
you're not it's like you're comparing when you compare yourself to a rock physically, like, oh, you're the white rock, the sunshine rock, the positive energy white rock. That's what you, a white woman, are comparing yourself to, and then you're comparing a black woman to onyx.
Okay, this is what the it says for the opalite stone. Opalite is known for its ability to soothe and calm the mind, reducing stress, anxiety, and emotional tension. It's said to bring a sense of tranquility and inner peace. All right. I doubt
Which is interesting.
anyone's
Mhm.
inner peace.
Okay.
But apparently, like, she was like, she got the inspiration from this song, like, for this song, listening to how Travis Kelsey talked about his exes. And it's like kind of weird because apparently Taylor Swift, all of Taylor Swift exes either had a history of dating black women, or when she would break up with them, they would get with black women.
Yeah,
Which,
I saw that.
oh, and Saul, when she was like 22, I believe, she had dated someone who was like 17.
Yeah, it was
I think it
Taylor
was
Lautner, I think. Nor
no,
what's his name? Harry
it was
Styles.
Harry Styles. Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah,
he
So I'm
like
like,
dated Water.
yeah.
she dated a lot of people. One of the
And then would
Jonases.
make songs with them immediately after.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because imagine. Okay, so this also, I was talking about this a long time ago with the anime. I think it was Level 9000 Love thing. I was like, even though Harry Styles was like 16 or 17, he was either 16 turning 17 or 17 turning 18. It doesn't matter if he was a couple months away from being like a legal age to date. You are still a 22-year-old woman
Yeah,
dating someone that you have to pick up from high school. That
Fact.
is still
weird.
weird. And we had this conversation a bit ago talking about an anime, how where even though the two characters were like a year or so apart and the guy was 18 and in high school, do you still not feel weird picking up your significant other from high school?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
still
It's weird.
weird.
Yeah.
And nobody said anything, and I feel like nobody wanted to say anything because Taylor Swift has a rap sheet of suing people.
Yes.
Right.
Which
So
is
it's like, do
crazy.
you really want to talk about someone who can sue you for defamation and possibly win because she's an unethical billionaire?
Yeah, and about that, she sues people a lot, but what's just crazy is like if, like for example, like how Beyonce, Sabrina Carpenter, and Olivia Wright Rigo sued. Well, not sued, but they did send out cease and desist to Trump because he used music from them in their like videos, or the White House or somebody, and they sent out cease and desist. Yet if they use Taylor's music or mention anything about Taylor, she's not going to do that, which
Yeah.
kind of goes back into the dog whistle type thing, kind of. Which also I want to bring up about that, the dog whistles, is on her website. She had this necklace, and like some of the symbols had like resonated with the KKK or something like that, or white supremacists.
It was the, I think, the lightning bolts.
Yeah, that. I'll put up a picture. But yeah.
Apparently she made it like a lot, and the reason why this became like a big thing was because a lot of tattoo artists came out to talk about this, which is crazy
Mhm.
how many different groups of people have come together to talk about like the blatantness of a lot of these dog whistles. And
Mhm.
tattoo artists, I feel like, know the most about dog whistles
Yes.
because
They
they
see them
don't
a
want
lot.
yeah, they don't,
Mhm.
they see these like people, and they were like, a lot of people will get things like the lightning bolt and stuff. They would want it tattooed on them, but they would change it like just enough to where they could have plausible deniability.
Right.
Mhm.
And as tattoo artists, they would just completely refuse it
Mhm.
because at the end of the day, that work comes back to them. And then other people who want those dog whistles tattooed on them see them as a safe space.
Right.
Right.
Cause I even
And
seen
I,
an article from like some website or whatever. Like people, this supremacy group like call her like a little white supremacist queen or princess or whatever. I'm like, if people are noticing that you have these dog whistles associated with you, you would come out and like say something about it. But I don't think she has, and that's very very telling.
Yeah.
also, apparently, black women weren't like the only people that she talked about. Apparently, in I think her song Father Figure, she compared an Asian woman to a dog.
That's crazy.
And even like, let's just get away from all of the like race talk of it. I
Mhm.
want to talk about also how Taylor Swift is like, on the sense of her copying, she tried to copy Sabrina Carpenter in the whole like, because Sabrina Carpenter was a child actor, she was on
Mhm.
Disney, and one of the big things about Disney, which happened to a lot of other stars, is that they were never able to get away from like that childlike look. That's, I think, one of the main reasons why Sky Jackson and some other characters were never
Mhm.
able to um get into more adult films and have an adult debut,
Mhm.
because they were always seen as like a Disney actor, a child actor. Their acting still gave Disney,
Mhm.
even if they went to different acting classes. And Sabrina Carpenter, Miley Cyrus, Raven Simone, like, they are some of the very few actresses who was able to get out of that because they debuted as an adult. Miley Cyrus was more on the extreme side of it.
Yeah, she really had to
Mhm.
break that
Yeah,
glass.
like Sabrina Carpenter, the same way, her music started off like child friendly, and then she came out now and is doing the whole burlesque type thing and being like, I'm an adult, like, I'm gonna
Which.
make adult music. And Taylor Swift is trying to, despite her being like, what, 30, 35 now or something,
Mhm.
like, she's now trying to do that as well, being like, I'm gonna come out as scandalous and sexy and do my own
Mhm.
burlesque thing. But people are like, girl, you're not in your early 20s. Like, Sabrina Carpenter, I think she's our age, I
Mhm.
believe.
Yeah.
Like, she just turned 25. Like, Sabrina Carpenter is now entering her like official adult like stage.
Right.
Like, and for Taylor to do this, she couldn't even do it fully. She still had to appear childlike. Like, I think in her Target commercial,
Mhm.
she couldn't fully like get into like her adultness. She still had to act like she's never walked on heels before. And it's like, you can't copy other artists and try to come out as scandalous and sexy but still act childlike with it.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people try to compare the way she acts to like autism, which I think in itself is problematic because you have
Mhm.
this grown woman who's acting like a child with no sense of how to communicate with people,
Yeah.
and then you're like, that's autism, she's just baby girl. And it's like,
No.
I
Right.
know plenty of autistic people who know how
Yeah.
to be an adult. Don't,
Right. I
you
know
know.
plenty of autistic people who not to sound weird, but I've had them tell me this. They don't identify with their autism at all because they know like what that brings. Like my best friend of 10 years, he was like he had been diagnosed with autism, but he never told anybody because he knew as soon as he started telling his friends, his teachers
Yeah,
that he
people
was
start to
autistic.
treat you like a baby.
You're
Mhm.
right. He was like he didn't want that to define him because he can function, and he didn't mask. I will say this, that man did not mask at all. I knew there was a touch of something with him, but I just assumed that was just his I just assumed that was his personality. And but he never identified with that because he knew that would people would think he was fucking slow, and he's not slow. He just um he's like, I just do things differently. I don't need school, even though I personally think he should have just got his high school diploma. He
Mhm.
decided he didn't want to be in classes anymore. He dropped out of school, got his GED, and now he's in school to be a welder. Like,
Nice.
he can function. And for people, that's why I don't like it when people in fandom spaces, when someone acts a little quirky, they're like, no, they're just autistic. They're just neurodivergent.
Mm-mm.
Like,
Yeah,
no,
same.
can
Yeah.
we not can we not fan canon or head canon people with autism? Like, what character? There was a character, Mau Mau. Mau Mau from Apothecary Diaries.
Yeah.
People head canon Mau Mau from Apothecary Diaries and being in a brothel. She had to mature faster and than most children. And even after that explanation of her characteristics and her suppressed, like, she had to suppress a lot of her childlikeness. And that's why, as an adult, there's just certain things that she acts childlike about. People are like, oh, it's because she's autistic and autism didn't exist in China when that isn't the case because the king himself, it's like, why are you headcaning Mao Mao as autistic and babifying her when that is not the case? And that's honestly kind of like really rude. And I
Yeah.
think the author herself had to come out and be like, Mao Mao is not autistic.
Yeah.
But Taylor Swift is leaning into this. She's like, if I act like baby, if I act like there's something wrong with me, people will
I think it's
dismiss my
also like
faults.
a white woman thing because, you know, if they act innocent and dumb and cute, people are like, yay, let's protect her no matter what she does, even if she picks up a little boy from high school and dates him at
Yeah.
22, it's okay because she's just a little girl and what does she know? And
Mm.
mind you,
It's also
she's
like,
almost 40.
right, it also shows in her writing as well.
Mhm.
Like, her writing in her songs, like, I can see to a high schooler who's like in basic English literature, they could see, I'm not even trying to be rude to like high schoolers, but like, people with just a basic understanding of like literature, they could see Taylor
Bless
Swift's
you.
music as like revolutionary. Hold up.
While she does that, I want to speak on again with Taylor's album, like her previous behaviors. I just sent a picture. If you, I saw some people
Oh,
online
yeah.
her albums, and I'll put a picture up too as well. Her albums up, and it makes a swastika, which she could have known that when designing the albums, or someone designing the albums could have saw that. And then that picture with the guy with the swastika on his shirt, like, in which people have proven that that picture is real, is not AI generated or photoshopped or whatever. So it was like you could have known, like, spoke out, but she's
I'm
busy
not
using her
surprised.
time to fly
A
to.
blonde white woman from the South that
Well,
happened.
she's not even from the South. She's from Pennsylvania.
That they're very racist too.
And
They're our South.
that's what blew my mind, because this whole time I thought she was from the South too, but then someone was like, that whole Southern accent thing was fake. She's from Pennsylvania. I was like, wow, that's
Her southern
crazy.
accent didn't even sound like a Tennessee accent either.
Pennsylvania is still racist though. They're our South. We consider them very red state.
Well, yeah.
I think they voted red this year or last year.
Yeah, Pennsylvania has always been really bad. I'm sitting here coughing, having a coughing fit, and grippers just come up on the screen. That's not the first time one of her boyfriends have been like outed as racist either.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Like
It's
she's
like
known for dating racists.
with Kelsey, people are like, he dated black women in the past, and I'm like, yeah, but now he needs a retirement plan, and he's a white man. He was
Mhm.
gonna marry white at the end of the day because,
He only
and he's
dated
rich.
rich black women too.
Yeah,
Like
but he's like a rich white man, and one thing about them is that 7 times out of 10, they're gonna marry an even richer white woman to keep their whiteness rich.
Mhm.
right. Oh my God, I know for a fact Travis Kelsey has Taylor Swift paying for everything because
I would do.
I
Facts.
forgot the name of his ex, but his ex, I think she's a model
Uh,
or something.
Kayla Nicole.
Yeah, he Taylor Nicole came out and was like Travis Kelsey. Even though we were making about this, even though Travis Kelsey made more than her, he made her go 50-50 on everything,
Oh
or
wow.
made her pay for most of the trips. Like all the trips that they were on together, Taylor was like she paid for that shit. She was like
Kayla.
in total, in total, I think she was like he spent like 10 or $50 on her
That's crazy.
in total.
You don't have no Benadryl?
And
Sorry.
So Taylor was,
and
I heard Taylor was his last choice anyway. We went to like 2 other black women first, but he was like, well,
right, did he try to get with Naomi?
Megan. Yeah, Naomi
Oh
and
yeah,
Megan.
Megan.
Naomi.
Why
Well,
why did he think Megan out of all
The
people?
Stallion.
Yes.
Uh.
I don't think Megan would have dated a white man.
uh. Her man
she's
now
kind
is
of dating
kind
one
of.
now.
Yeah, I would say her man's now is
Kinda.
half white.
That don't count.
But I think that's as far
That
as she'll go.
I
Technically,
thought that was a black
Half.
man.
James kind of
I
white.
thought that was a black man. He is. He's in this pale era right now. Poor him.
My dad is.
I mean, like, at least when people see James, they guess he's some type of person of color. So it's the hair. I think it's because his hair is so short, like people can't guess it. But when
Mm.
he would wear his hair longer, it would always be in like braids or something. And his hair is like super curly. So people was like, ah, he's a light braid.
Yeah, the picture he showed us. Yeah, he looked like he was black. He's black.
Yeah.
But now, I'm not even sure.
We need to move somewhere where the sun index is like what, 9? So he can crisp up.
Jamaica.
Well,
We need
they
to go
need
to
to.
Okinawa.
Well, they need to clean up
So
their country first, like from the hurricane, before people could like
Yeah.
go back.
yeah. But I was saying about Taylor Swift, like,
Mm.
if you were like a middle schooler, I'm not even gonna say a high schooler. If you were a middle schooler just getting into English literature, I can see you thinking Taylor Swift's like is just this lyricist. But what I knew that she did not know what she was writing about because her first song, um, what is it? The Fate of Ophelia.
Mm.
I was like, this girl did not know what she was reading. I was like, I read, okay, we weren't supposed to, but I read Romeo and Juliet in 5th grade. In 7th grade actually, my bad. We we read Romeo and Juliet and we watched the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. And even us as like 7th graders were able to fully conceptualize like Romeo and Juliet.
Mm.
And
Okay.
if you don't know about the fate of Ophelia, there's a girl named Ophelia. She is very intertwined with men, and men are what got her killed. Like,
Mhm.
the whole thing was, even when Ophelia realized the men were the problem, the men were the reason for her end. But In Taylor Swift's Fate of Ophelia, she puts herself as Ophelia, but she rewrites it and it's like men is what saved her. But that's not even what the Fate of Ophelia is about, and she does this all the time. She tries to make herself like this lyricist, but it's very basic. And I feel like the only people who wouldn't understand it are middle schoolers. Because middle schoolers don't look into lyrics. Or high schoolers who don't like to read. Like,
Or adults who don't like to read.
like
The people
she's
defending her.
she's not a great writer. You have songs like, let me see, Cancelled.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Yeah, Cancelled was literally about how she only likes being friends with canceled people.
That's crazy.
That one gave very millennial because she's like, I only like my friends who are canceled because they don't like care about what other people have to say, which is like, girl, all your friends were canceled because they're racist.
Hmm.
What's
What
that
other
other song
song?
that's like, I'm not a bad bitch, I'm not a savage.
Oh, it was eldest daughter. I was just looking at the lyrics for that. But yeah, it's like, okay, we knew that.
Right.
And then we see the infantilization again, because really, after Wish List, there's Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. Girl, you're 6 foot. You ain't fucking little either. Like, she wants her. She literally wishes she was as short as
Sabrina.
Sabrina
fucking what's her
Carpenter.
name, Sabrina Carpenter, and that bitch is 4'5" or something. Like that
I
bitch
think
is
Like
she's
huge.
4.
5'2".
Yeah, I must say she's 5'2".
Like that's still short. I'm 2 inches. I'm still taller than her. Like
Well, she's 5 feet.
I'm only 5 feet
Actually, she's
4.
5 feet.
5 feet.
Yeah.
You're taller than her.
I'm 5'2". Not that by very little.
Like none of her music.
Who says that? Why would you ever write that about yourself?
Facts.
And it's like that song literally. When I first saw the lyrics for it, because somebody, it was when it first came out, and Taylor Swift, the Swifties were like, "Oh my God, I love this song," and I was like, when she said I'm not a bad bitch, I'm just savage." I'm like, is she talking about Beyonce? Like my first thought was, is she talking about Beyonce? And then I was like, I
I
thought about
thought
it.
she was talking about Megan, and then I also
Yeah.
thought it was funny because you find out that Chelsea asked Megan out before her.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she's salty.
Oh, but speaking of Beyonce, I saw on Twitter like a few weeks, well, towards the beginning of the year. It was right after Beyonce say react for Cowboy Carter, and they were comparing like the money Beyonce made from her tour and then how much Taylor made from her tour. But it was like, why they compare the two? For one, Beyonce only did like
Also,
I forgot however many shows she did, but it wasn't very long. It was actually like one of her shorter tours. And for Taylor,
she did a second tour too because of that.
hmm
and then for Taylor, she was on tour for almost 2 years straight, and they was saying, and they're comparing like the two, and like some other artists as well was on like a list too. But it was like,
Beyonce's
why?
like backup dancers and singers and like a whole entourage, and every time I see Taylor, it's just her doing whatever she calls dancing
Yeah,
on stage. So I
and
don't.
Also,
Beyonce has like those
why?
robots too.
hmm
Also, Beyonce puts like a lot of money.
Mhm.
Like Beyonce is a millionaire, but she's not a billionaire because she puts so much money into her work. And I'm kind of like, I can kind of almost justify the price of her tickets.
Mhm.
But with Taylor, she doesn't have a lot. She does the bare minimum to make the most profit, and then she charges everything at 300%. And then on top of that, she releases mediocre, like, extra merch and stuff. Like, why do we need 15 different behind the scenes for every single song of her in the studio? Like, she released a cardigan um for every single song. Like, oh my god, I just realized. I think Taylor is copying Melanie Martinez too.
Mm.
I
Because
believe it.
you know how people thought when people thought Melanie Martinez and Beyonce was copying Taylor Swift with the whole movie album thing, which I don't even think Taylor actually released a movie album.
If
I
it
don't
is, I
know
bet
when
it's
she released the
trash.
Yeah, so people thought, but I realized, so when Melanie Martinez came out with Portals, Melanie went all out because this was like the final story to Crybaby's thing. So, and it was also like the 10 years of Crybaby. Like, it was a lot. But one thing that Melanie did, which people liked, is she came out with Parfums, which, if you don't know, are concentrated scents. And then most recently, she came out with these big ass, like, perfumes, and each one was like a different scent for each one of her songs. And then I was like, that's kind of crazy that she did that. And then right around the same time, like, Taylor Swift is coming out with different things for each one of her songs. Like, this isn't the first time I've like clocked that Melanie came out with something, and Taylor Swift, people is like, oh, there's no way she's copying all of these people, but Taylor Swift is in the show business. Who's to
Hmm.
say
Hmm.
that she isn't paying somebody a quick million to spy on people?
Right.
Like, I
A
don't.
lot of people to copy. It's like a. I just saw what's that one song that she has? It's like
Oh, the one I
you can
shared.
never find another like me. And then it turns out she just stole that song from some black lady. So
Yeah, it was a British
she's gonna
lady.
copy all the time. Yeah.
Like, I truly think the reason why um Atlantic Records, for all we know, Taylor Swift could have paid that dude from Atlantic Records to leak all them songs. Cause if y'all don't know, Melanie Martinez was under the same record label as Lana Del Rey
Hmm.
and a lot of other people too. So who's to say somebody wasn't paying that dude to leak all them songs, and then once he felt bad about it, he just turned himself in? Cause people didn't understand how Melanie Martinez and Lana Del Rey's stuff was getting leaked, like full albums. Like, I think
She probably
even
paid.
some of Marina songs.
Yeah, she probably paid that same person or a different person from the same label to leak Beyonce stuff
Hmm.
or
Right,
steal
because
it.
they were. That's why Melanie self-produces now. She's like, she's not going through that again. She's like, almost every single one of her albums was ruined because of him.
Hmm.
Cause she was like, even with Portals, like, she was like, so many of her songs from Portals got leaked to where she had to change a lot of Portals.
A lot of I don't know if it has anything to relate with Ariana or if they're part of if Taylor
He
Ariana
was
is part of the
under.
same company, but I know Ariana always has an album that's leaked, so maybe she has something to do with it too. Which I wouldn't.
He was leaking all of them,
I
like
wouldn't be
all of
surprised.
them. Let me see if I
I
can look
wouldn't be
up.
surprised if, cause
And then,
y'all didn't hear it from me. I'm just joking, but I may or may not have an album on Apple Music of Ariana Grande's on release music. I may or may not. It's take that with what you will. And I may or may not saw it on a Google Drive and downloaded it. The same with Beyonce.
there was somebody who said they have a full, like, they paid
Hey, it's crazy.
um they
Bad.
paid
What?
they paid this company who makes vinyls and
Oh,
put all of Melanie Martinez's leaked songs on a vinyl.
I saw someone do that with Beyonce or Ariana too. I'm like, see, I'm gonna just keep it. I'm gonna just if I would upload it to Apple Music.
surprised. What was that one year when I think it was like Billie Eilish was gonna surpass her in streams,
Mm,
surpass Taylor in streams,
I
and
think
then she dropped an album like the day before, just to beat her.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Also, he leaked Coldplay music too.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. He's going to jail for years.
Kill
Fact.
him.
Drop the soap or something.
Please.
Joking.
I'm not.
I don't know. There's so much that people are finally like realizing about Taylor Swift. I
Yeah.
knew she was crooked. There's no way you like her. She is a scam artist from start to finish. What do you
Yes.
mean the only reason you became popular is because your
Oh,
rich daddy bought millions
that
of
Mhm.
your stuff?
that reminds me. Have y'all heard about what she has on her website about this contract that she want her fans to sign to like sell their likeness or whatever?
No.
What?
Yeah. Like if you go on her website, there's like a contract she wants her fans to sign. And I don't know for what she needs it for, but she basically wants to sell their likeness or whatever for whatever financial gain. And like I saw a video of like a lawyer like reading it, and he was like pissed. Like, why is she doing that to her fans? I'm like, see, the more people that realize what she's doing, the better. Cause like she's not all what she
My thing
present
is,
herself
what is
as.
she doing with all of this money? Because Taylor Swift isn't known. Like, there's this popular club in Tokyo where famous people go all the time. Like Lil Uzi Vert, like all of them was I forgot what the name of the club. But Taylor Swift is known for not going nowhere. That bitch does not go anywhere. She doesn't get caught anywhere. Honestly, I feel like if Taylor
She
Swift took
uses
her
her
makeup
jet to
off,
go everywhere.
Yeah.
but she
She.
has never been like actually caught in public. So
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
what is she? I feel like if she threw a wig on,
Oh,
everybody would not
I
recognize her.
remember.
But
Probably, but I remember she was going to one of Travis's games and like to like move her through the crowd so she wouldn't be like detected. They have like this big curtain on wheels like that follows her around the whatever. I'm like, see, no one really cares that much, Taylor. Like people are gonna see you regardless at the game in the stadium.
right, people could easily get to you. Like, but my thing is like, I genuinely want to know what she's doing with all of her money because she doesn't go anywhere. And like, if she did go places and travel, she would be spotted. So it's like she's hoarding money. She's actually not doing anything with her money.
That or she probably was like putting it like investing it to like all these other like
First of all,
people.
in order to even be a billionaire, you have to obtain money illegally. So she definitely has offshore
Uh,
accounts.
Mhm.
her maybe.
Like like a lot of people who are billionaires, they don't have all their money sitting in one place.
Well, yeah, that makes sense, but I don't think all billionaires get their money illegally.
Not illegally. Well, not
For
illegally,
her,
but a lot of it is
probably,
like
but I don't
investments,
think all. Yeah,
investments, passing their money around to other rich people,
but
and
like
then just
to
hoarding it.
be
It's
honest, I'm pretty sure. I'm like sort of sure that she's investing her money in Trump.
Mhm.
my
And
thing
Musk.
is, I
Mhm.
feel like the reason that she is a billionaire is because she's like all other billionaires, she's severely underpaying people. Like I
Yeah.
know for a fact um when she went to New Orleans, that was the clean people do not know it, but Taylor Swift not only paid for New Orleans to be clean, she also lied to her fans and told her fans that they'd have transportation. She was like she will personally like pay hotels to only have people like book their rooms for the night, which is impossible. If you've ever been to New Orleans, there's no way because the Hyatt on Canal Street, that's
Mhm.
where I'm not gonna get into that, but you can't pay the Hyatt or anybody to not sell rooms to people, especially in New Orleans, because they got a lot of people who come to New Orleans.
Yeah.
She also paid for all the homeless people to be sent to New Orleans East. so that way her fans could be completely safe. Like, but I know people who worked at the Superdome, and those people were not getting paid extra. She was like, those people were getting paid minimum wage. Nobody got paid extra. It was not good pay. So people are sitting here paying thousands of dollars for tickets when more than 90% of that money is going back into her pocket.
Mhm.
Because the Superdome doesn't charge a lot for concerts. The people who work there are through Sodexo, and Sodexo is like technically a government job, so they don't get paid extra. They still get paid minimum wage, and the people who work at the concessions also get paid minimum wage. So y'all are sitting here paying like $70 for one thing when those people aren't getting like paid good. Like, the way she is a billionaire is because she successfully manipulated people to thinking that everybody who is working for her is getting paid a livable wage as well.
Mhm.
That's how she's a billionaire, which is still a corrupt way to become a billionaire, because a
Right.
billion is a lot. And a lot of these other
Yeah.
billionaires,
Mhm.
they're the same way. They have these companies, they have these big, nice companies, but the workers are getting paid the bare minimum while product is being upcharged at 300%. That's why when people are saying, like, oh, if, like, say for instance, waitresses and stuff were forced, businesses were basically forced to, like, move up hourly wages for waitresses and waiters, and they have to start getting paid $15 to $20 an hour, and waiters and waitresses are like, oh, if tipping is eliminated and we got paid hourly wages, like, the food will be expensive. The only reason the food would be expensive is because restaurants are still trying to make a big profit. Y'all will still be paid minimum wage while stuff is being charged upcharged by 300% so they can still put money in their pockets. So it's like that's how they make the money. Like, I worked at a mom and pop shop where I got paid $15 an hour, which at the time was good,
Mhm.
but I saw into, like, the pricing for this stuff, and they weren't charging 300% for these
Right.
products. Were they still expensive because of the she did for herself?
Mhm.
She never tells her fans to not attack people. Like, she low key encourages it, and she has
Mhm.
this mentality of all publicity is good publicity.
Right.
And it's like, even
Good.
though some of her fans are waking up and being like, oh, she's not a good person, she's still,
Yeah.
if Taylor Swift career was to drop, it wouldn't mean nothing to her because she still got $1 billion.
Right. And what I saw on TikTok like literally a few days ago, this girl, she said she used to be a Uber fan of Taylor Swift, and then she's like starting to realize everything that's going on with her and like all that's been happening, like all the controversies, and she's like, yeah, I don't feel comfortable supporting her anymore. Which thank God some people are like finally waking up.
Which is crazy because I think most of them are like really young too.
Yes. Well, okay. My sister's sister-in-law, which I thought she'll watch this, but anyways, she's of the Palm Peoples, but she likes Taylor Swift. Which, when I heard that, I was like, okay.
Yeah,
This was like weeks ago. This was like before the, like a couple months before the wedding. So, not a lot of stuff that we were talking about now was coming out. Well, some of it was,
Right.
but I didn't want to have a debate in the car about why I don't like Taylor Swift. but but yeah. So it's like interesting that some people my age still like her, but
There's people that are older. Like my boyfriend's sister's best friend. She's like Taylor Swift age. She likes Taylor Swift.
interesting.
But this was like last year when I heard that, so maybe she changed her mind. Who
Hopefully.
knows? But she's
I feel
also
like
popular.
adults I feel like people who are like Taylor Swift age that love Taylor Swift, they're definitely stuck in a mentality.
Yeah,
Because when
and
you meet, you're married and you have kids and you're relating to Taylor Swift.
yeah, and not to dog on my own people, but I feel like if you're a black person or any person of color and you like Taylor Swift, specifically our age, but any age really, you're low key kind of whitewashed. Cause like no way you're listening to her music and seeing what she's doing online, and still like and seeing what she's saying about our people and supporting that. Like, what are you doing? That might rub some people the wrong way, but oh well.
Purposefully, like, ignoring what's happening.
Yeah. So it's like, why of your color? Well, that kind of sounds racist, but why are you supporting that? Like, that means you're willing to like let people. That's like this giving off the same vibe as like letting a white person call you the N-word, basically. To me, at least. So,
I just don't get it.
me neither.
At this point, it doesn't even matter if she's successfully canceled or anything. She got all the money she needs for the rest of her life. So
Yeah.
I just don't understand how people are still. I don't know. Even if my like most favorite artist came out with something, I'm not paying any amount of money for mediocre stuff. Like, people were paying, like, apparently
Facts.
those cardigans were not cheap. And I'm like, those weren't even hand knitted cardigans.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the people that like her are typically comfortable with being perceived as mediocre.
Yeah.
So they relate to that, and so they're like, I don't wanna listen to Beyonce because then I have to be like her, and she's too awesome. So I'm not a savage. I'm not a bad bitch. I'll just be like Taylor.
Which is crazy, but if that's how you're getting your monies.
Mm-hmm. Which,
like,
comparing to Beyonce is insane, but that's I digress.
Compare her to anyone to say, like, I've seen people compare her to even like Britney Spears, and I'm like,
That's
don't ever insult Britney like that.
A stretch. She's like,
she's not in the same category.
I would
her own lane.
I would say she's similar to like, well, less talented than like Tate McRae. Which
even then, Tate McRae's like a really good dancer and
yes, that's what I'm saying.
Even then, it's like,
that's what I'm like. She's a less talented Tate McRae.
Can't really compare her to anyone because you banked your whole career on being this basic girl who just can never get a guy. I don't understand. If I was like a Taylor Swift fan, and people from like her high school was like, oh yeah, I don't know why Taylor Swift calls herself like the odd one out, the mediocre girl. She was super popular in high school, and she's rich, and she always got the guy. I would be personally upset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's just at this point relatability marketing. Like, she has to remain relatable to the people that aren't rich and aren't popular. But just be like, I'm just a dumb girl who can't get the guy. Even though she's dated like some of the most popular men, like Harry Styles, Taylor Lautner. They were very popular at
Jonas,
their time.
Or one of the Jonases.
One of the dudes from One Direction, like.
Actually, let me look to see who she all dated.
Sorry if y'all can hear that.
Yeah, we could hear that in the water.
About to fix me up some.
Oh damn, she had a lot. Okay.
I feel like the only reason she thinks she never could get the guy is because she didn't want the guy.
Okay, which is okay. Some of her ex-boyfriends or Calvin Harris, Joe Jonas, Taylor Lautner.
Calvin Harris.
Yes. They dated for like 15 months.
Again, isn't he like married to a black woman now? Now we know.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, no, listen. She dated Jake Gyllenhaal allegedly.
That's insane.
from 2010 to 2011. Well, they did it for a few months, basically.
Stuck on Calvin Harris.
Joe something. I don't know. He's a British actor. I don't know how. I'll put the spelling. Tom Hiddleston, Connor Kennedy, Harry Styles, John Mayer, Maddie Healy. I don't know who that is.
He's an actor.
Lucas Till, of course now Travis Kelce, Corey Monteith, the guy who died who was on Glee. John Mayer again. Oh, they're adding the same people again. And Zac Efron. So she has
I'm just like
a rap sheet.
I feel like at this point, I think personally, like she thinks. My thing is,
And what's crazy, all of these people she dated were all basically, I'm getting a guesstimate of they're either dating for less than 2 years, so like a year to 2 years on down. Like she's never stayed with anyone past 2 years. So it's like, good luck to Travis. This is apparently her longest. So, yeah.
Wish them luck.
I don't like them either, both of them.
He's there for a bag, and I don't.
Yeah. You think he's gonna get her pregnant?
Oh, definitely. He has to. Sec- oh. Well.
Oh.
my computer went off.
Oh.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I don't know where it ended it, but it probably was really funny.
Oh, that Travis Kelce was her longest relationship, and that I was asking Bear if she thinks that Travis is gonna get her pregnant, and she's like, yeah. He has to secure the bag.
Yeah, he definitely has to lock in. Get away from me. I opened up a can of Spam and they came running because they didn't get wet from today.
So, I guess that concludes today's episode.
Yes.
Yay.
We will see y'all in the next one, whenever that will be.
Don't call us haters.
Well, I'm not a hater, but it's a reasonable hate, though.
I do not think about Taylor until someone else brings her up. So I promise you I'm not.
Yeah. Well,
in fact, I forgot about her for at least a decade until this started happening again.
facts. Well, we'll see y'all later. Bye.